Okay, I think I'm live now. Let me just check if I'm live or not. One second. Yeah, I think I'm live. Let me share my screen and read the problem statement. Okay, great. I think my screen is visible now. Yeah, one second. Okay. Given a string of lowercase alphabets and an integer k, your task is to find the minimum possible value of the string. After removing exactly k characters, the value of the string is defined as the sum of the squares of frequencies, minimum possible value of this string. Okay, great. Mm, Minimum possible value of the string after removing exactly k characters. Okay, the value of this string is defined as the sum of the squares of frequencies of each distinct character present in the string. Okay, let's suppose the problem statement is just that key I have to remove k characters from the whole string, and to make the possible value of the string equals to like the sum minimum. Okay, and how we are going to find the sum? It's how we are going to find the value. It's just key we have to just square the frequencies of all the characters and sum it up. It will give us the frequency. Okay, so let's take the very first example: a b b c c c. Okay, so removing two characters, uh, what are the possible cases that we have? First of all, Mm, we have something like we can remove a, that first of all, the what is for the input a b b c c c. What is the frequency of a? It is 1. What is the frequency of b? Is it is 2. What is the frequency of c? It is 3. Great. Now, what is the possible cases that we can have? Do the frequency of a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 1. Okay, what is going to be the sum? It is going to be just 3 square, that is 3 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 10, right? So the sum is equal to 10 for the first case. For the second case, what if we keep b but we remove uh, 1c, that is going to give us the value as 2. So in this case, what is going to be the sum? 2 to the 4, 4 plus 4, 8. So in this case, the sum is going to be 8. The third case that we are going to have is keep the value of a, but decrease the value of b and decrease the value of c. What is going to give us the value now? Uh, okay, it is going to be 1. So in this case, it is going to be 4, 5, 6. So it is going to give us 6. Okay. Okay, great. So the minimum is 6. Okay, so the brute force approach is pretty simple. We just have to decrease each of the frequencies and check. Okay, one second. We are going to have 26 characters, right? So the brute force approach should work, I guess. Let me just think that. Okay, time complexity is O of n and auxiliary space is O of n. Okay, let's try with brute force approach first of all. Okay, what we are going to do, we are going to keep a vector of end frequencies 26 comma 0. Okay, now what? Uh, for char x of s, uh, frequency of x minus a plus plus, that's it. Great. Okay, frequency of x minus a plus plus, I got the frequency. Now what? My main idea was to just check all the possibilities, right? But it will take like much time complexity, because and also we will use something like uh, recursion on, or uh, not recursion, we will use some data structures, because we have to keep track of all the uh, frequencies of all the characters, right? Okay. Mm, what can we do then? Mm, uh, we found the frequency of each characters, right? And we have to perform k removals, right, we have to do k removals. So mm, uh, okay, okay, in this approach we saw that uh, decreasing. Okay, one more case I think I'm leaving, which is I'll just decrease the value of C. Okay, uh, I'll not do anything to some A and B, and I'll just decrease the value of C. It is going to be 1. So in this case, it is going to be a 4, 5, 6. So this will also give us the same answer. Let me just take another example to be very sure what I am thinking. Okay, let me take this example. What is the value of A? It is 3. B, it is 1. The sum. What I'm thinking is I'm just going to decrease the highest, or the element which have the highest frequency. Okay, so if I'm going to decrease this one, so the sum is going to be, the value of k is 2, so it is going to be 1, and the sum is going to be, because we have to minimize the sum, right? Okay, so it is going to be 1 1 2. Okay, yeah, I think this idea should work. While k minus minus uh, acha. First of all, what I'll do, I'll just sort this array, frequency dot begin, comma, frequency dot end. Why? Because I'll get the element with the maximum frequency at the very end. I know the time complexity is accepted time complexity is O of n, so this is not going to work, but we are solving the brute force approach. So yeah, if the last element is simply 0, so what we'll do, we'll just if uh, I'll do this inside. Okay, yeah, if the frequency of the last character, if it is equal to 0, break. Okay, because we don't have to do anything, we just have to break and count the like result. Okay, what if this is not the case? Frequency of last character minus minus, decrease it by 1. Now what? Just count the answer, and answer is equal to 0. For auto x of frequency, we have to just square it up, right? Answer plus is equal to x into x square, na? Yeah, square it up and return the value of answer. Let's see if this is working or not. Compilation error. Uh, I think this should work. Yeah, but this will not work completely because this is a brute force approach, and it is not going to work because like we are using this sort again and again. So it is going to be k into like k into order of 25 now. So I think, let's see. Yeah, this worked. Okay, so I was thinking it is not going to work because I'm using sort function again and again. But using sort function for 25 characters is not going to make any difference. But still, we can solve this question by a better approach, not by this approach. Or I was thinking of keeping a prefix sum, but I don't think it is going to be possible. So let's, uh, yeah, I think this is the best answer that I can think of right now. Yeah.